Hello there, this is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the LEGO Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales vs. Morbius. It is set number 76244, comes with 220 pieces, and is rated ages 7 and up. Now this set retails in the United States for $24.99 and in Canada for $34.99. Now I gotta say, on first look, this set is very similar to a Speed Champion set, having the vehicle and the two characters. But let's get into this set, starting with the box. So as you can see, box has some nice background of what I can only assume to be New York City. You have Morbius attacking with his bats, attacking Miles Morales' very nice car. Obviously, I believe this is more kind of LEGO just using their creative freedom with this set. I'm positive, like, it's obviously not based off of anything we've seen in films, either animated or live action, of course, as Miles Morales hasn't appeared in live action yet, and it's probably not based off of the Spider-Man 2 Sony game, and even comics. I feel like I would have seen something like this, though admittedly I'm not the biggest comic reader, so let me know if this sort of scene is based off anything in the comics. But as far as I'm aware, this is just LEGO using their creative freedom to create a LEGO playset, and one that I think turned out pretty good. You have the two characters on the bottom there, being Miles Morales and Morbius. Back of the box shows off some more action sequences. Not a whole lot of play functionality of the vehicle, but we'll get into the ones that they do have. Now here's the manual. Again, it is the newer style manuals for playsets that are rendered images that just simply don't look good on the front there, but it's a very simple play experience. Now taking a look at the extra pieces you're left with, you can see you do get a bunch of the extra web pieces as they kind of all come together in one little sort of package. So quite a few extra webs in the blue, translucent blue color, which is very nice, I gotta say. Also got some other nice tile pieces, some purple, and some other like slow pieces and Technic rods. So general, always nice to get extra pieces. Taking a look at our first minifigure, we have Miles Morales in the black suited Spider-Man suit, which looks great. Now you do not get his added like a headpiece and hairpiece to go alongside it. It's just this minifigure and Spider-Man mask headpiece. So sort of unfortunate there. Would have liked to see the headpiece so you could like have him without it. Just kind of added value, I feel like. I always like when they have these mask characters and they give the extra head piece and hair piece too, so you can pretend like they have their mask off. But the back, as you can see, very nice detail. Pretty sure this is exactly the same sort of Miles Morales we've seen before. Nothing different about him. No arm printing or leg printing, unfortunately, but the torso and back printing are excellent. Now the next minifigure we have in the set is, of course, the meme himself, Morbius. It's Morbin time, folks. Obviously, that's a reference to the meme campaign with the movie, but still, this is a more comics-based version of the character, and looks pretty good. He's got sort of his robe unveiling his six-pack, which is just kind of funny. Back printing, you can see there, looks pretty good. Got some nice detail. Again, no arm or leg printing for him, which is a bit disappointing. He also has these vials, which I guess are like potions and whatnot, or weapons for him to use against Miles Morales. There's brick builds, you know, they're the typical LEGO chalices with a stud and then a smooth stud on top of that stud. Looks very good though. And lastly, we are left with two of the molded LEGO bats. These have been around for years now. They haven't changed at all, which, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So nothing too crazy about them, just LEGO bats. Now taking a look at the car vehicle here, you can see it looks very nice in the red and black color scheme with the sort of blue flames coming out the back. Very reminiscent of what we saw with the, you know, the Batman's Batmobile from the most recent Batman film. Kind of with that same sort of idea with the flames coming out. So LEGO, I definitely feel like this is LEGO's own creation. As far as I'm aware, like, I could be completely wrong. Maybe this has appeared in the comics, but again, as far as I'm aware, this is LEGO's own idea, and I just keep bringing that up because I actually really like LEGO doing something like this. Like, it's just kind of fun. It's for kids, you know, it's a 7+ rated set. And in a way, it could almost serve as an introduction to Speed Champion sets, because this is basically the same sort of shape as a regular Speed Champions car. I'll bring one up later just to show that in comparison, just to show you guys what I mean. But it's basically the same sort of design as these car vehicles would be. You know, it's using similar, you know, parts, which makes complete sense, obviously, being a car vehicle. But it's kind of cool because it has the weapons on the side with these stud shooters here. And this very awesome printed element of the Spider-Man here. This is a printed piece, which is nice to see for sure. You know, Lego probably could have made it a sticker, but I'm very happy that they didn't. I always prefer these printed elements to stickers, especially in these sets for kids. Some of the interesting is they didn't include any like rim designs like you would see in a normal Speed Champion set. Of course, again, it's not a Speed Champion set, but just something I noticed. You would normally have rims to go on to these tires here. So kind of a little less detailed than I think I would have liked. Again, since I'm basing this on it not being from any sort of canon medium, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is based off something and it's completely accurate to what you see in that medium. But as far as I can tell, it isn't, because it's Lego's own design. But it has some great detail using these sort of pieces here to represent, you know, the doors. And it just looks great. The front with the headlights looks really awesome. And of course, you can place your Miles Morales character inside, just like that, and lean him back just so he doesn't hold the window from being fully closed, just like so. And you can see him inside through the red translucent windshield, which looks great. And sort of just like Speed Champions, sometimes the head, when you look at it, it's kind of fun, but I guess you can sort of have them lean up a little bit more. Sometimes you have to lean them back to fit the character in, but here, even with him fully basically sitting upright, you can't really see his head when you're looking at it dead on like that, which is a little bit sort of annoying, I guess. You could probably fit in an extra piece to make it so you could see him, as there is space there. But just going off of how Lego designed it, that's how it would look. You can just see the top of the Miles Morales head there. Now, with the wheels, moves great on smooth surfaces, as you can see. Would work great even on carpet, I would say. But obviously, works better on like hardwood floors or any desks or something. But works well, as you can see. The pieces here to represent the flames can be removed, which is good, I would say. You can just fully pull it off if you want, or it really depends on how you want to take it off, I guess. Like in this main flames case, it is this Technic rod that goes into this piece here, but it's decently easy enough to add back on if you just need like more space, essentially. But you can also move it up into a direction. It would move the sort of spoiler here, but that's kind of the best you can do. And then of course these extra flame pieces right here that just go on the side are just studded in, so you can just pull them off pretty easily if you want more space basically to place it on. Now, just to show off what it looks like compared to some other Lego vehicles, both from Superheroes and Speed Champions, you can actually see it's actually a bit smaller than a regular Speed Champions set here. If I put these basically at tires length, you can really see sort of the difference there. The length, like it's a solid, I'd say 5 or 6 studs smaller. And then even comparing it to the Batman's Batmobile, as you can see here, quite a bit smaller there. Obviously coming in at 220 pieces, that does make a bit sense. There's not too many larger pieces. A lot of them are smaller, you know, studs and little pieces to add into the detail or structure of the set, but don't really make it larger. They definitely probably could have made this a slightly larger vehicle to go even closer to what we've seen in Speed Champions, but I still think size-wise it comes out okay. Obviously, vehicles come in all shapes and sizes, and just to show how they look next to each other, they are still the same size across, so I believe this is about 6 or 8 studs across, roughly. So they would be the same, you know, width, but it's just the length of the vehicles are a bit different. Unless you're, of course, counting the blue flames of the Spider-Man Miles Morales vehicle here, as obviously that adds a lot to this, but just going off strictly the vehicle itself, it's a bit smaller. Almost forgot to show off the stud shooters, which are pretty much the newer style stud shooters, so pretty simple. You would just press down on these to fire off the studs that are inside. So on both sides, as you see, fire off quite far, and it's just a nice feature for kids for sure. The Lego Marvel Miles Morales vs. Morbius is an overall pretty decent Lego set. Now, it is a little bit more pricey than I would have liked. It's definitely a factor of it being a licensed Marvel set from Disney that is adding to the price cost, in my opinion. I think if you wait for this set to go on sale, you know, $5 off roughly, or 20% off essentially on what the price would be, I think you're definitely getting a lot greater value. But even saying that, I actually really like this set. It is a fun little car vehicle that I'm sure kids would love to ride around in, pretend, you know, have these different scenes with Morbius and Miles Morales, which are two great minifigures as well. Even if they're not the most detailed minifigures, they're still pretty good, especially with their torso prints, which are both very good in my opinion. I just would have liked to see some extra detail on their legs and arms, which would probably come in a more expensive set. With that being said, that's all my opinion. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the Lego Miles Morales vs. Morbius in the comments down below. Have you guys picked up the set, or are you planning to? Please leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day everyone.